A promise ring. Do ladies even value it nowadays in relationship? Well, we are on the streets asking people if they think it's right for a lady to accept a promise ring from the guy she's dating. Let's roll. Is it right for a lady to accept a promise ring from the guy she's dating?
Personally, I think no, because people can change at any time and decisions can change. So if the promise ring doesn't guarantee anything or it doesn't guarantee marriage, so I think it's not right for the lady to take the ring until he has done the necessary requirements for, as in the traditions, what tradition requires for a man to ask a woman in hand in marriage before she accepts the ring.
Is it right for a lady to accept an engagement ring from the guy she's dating?
I think yes, it's right. It depends on what she wants. If she's interested in the guy, she should take the ring. If she's not interested, she shouldn't take the ring. So I think it's right for her to accept a dating guy's ring.
Do you think it's right for a lady to accept a promise ring from the guy she's dating?
I think it's yes and no, because it depends on the guy in question. Some guy will see a lady very decent and will like, this is the lady I want to, spend the rest of my life with. But that guy might also not be kind of ready to settle down. So he might give the ring to the girl and then be flirting outside. So it depends on the guy in question, and then it depends on the preparation of the guy. If he's ready to date, then I think it's right. But if the guy is, let me say, way back in secondary school, maybe in the tertiary, who is not matured, those kind of dating, and they are in the first phase of the dating relationship, we see love, I love you, those kind of things, and I'm not sure it's right. But if they are mature, then the guy is ready. Why not? It's a step to the marriage aspect, so it's cool.
Is it right for a lady to accept a promise ring from the guy she's dating?
Well, I think it's okay. It depends, because during the relationship, the girl should be able to know the intentions of the guy. You understand? Because a lot of things go on during the relationship, some of which are conscious or unconscious. The lady should be smart enough to know the intentions of the guy during that little period they've gotten to know each other. Understand? So I don't think it's not bad. I don't think it's also not good. So in between. Yeah.
Is it right for a lady to accept a promise ring from the guy she's dating?
Yeah. I don't think it is. I think it makes the lady look desperate. I think the right gentleman will wait when he's ready, and he can propose to you. Don't take a promise ring. It doesn't mean anything. Anybody can change his mind at any time. But when the guy is ready, he has already made his plans and everything, and he thinks he wants to spend the rest of his life with you, he wouldn't give you a promise ring. He will give you an engagement ring. It's different. So ladies shouldn't look that desperate to go for a promise ring. I don't think it's right. Yeah.
Is it right for a lady to accept a promise ring from the guy she's dating?
I think is okay, because the promise ring is to symbolize some commitment, right? So if she feels that the guy is right for her and it feels the guy is genuine, then I think it's okay.
So what if the guy doesn't marry her?
Who knows? Life is gambling, so it's gambling. And in gambling, anything goes. You never know the odds. But yeah, it's okay. It's fine by me.
Okay. Is it right for a lady to accept a promise ring from the guy she's dating?
Yeah, I think it's right, because it sets the tone for the marriage. You understand? It gives the lady, let's say, it gives the lady an assurance that there's a possibility of marriage. So I think it's right. Yeah, it's right.
So what if the guy doesn't get married to the lady?
Then there will be an evidence that shows that you promised, but then you failed. You understand? So giving a promise ring is a step, but then if the man doesn't marry the lady, it shows that the man lied to the lady. Yeah. So that's not the lady's fault. It's the man's fault.
Is it right for a lady to accept an engagement ring from the guy or a promise ring from the guy she's dating?
Okay. Actually, it will depend. If you have a lady, you've gone through maybe some processes and you really stayed with a person for about, let's say, a year. You've gone to know some behaviors of the lady. You've gone to know some behaviors to which you think is acceptable for your family to accept he or she to be your wedded wife, And I think accepting the promise ring wouldn't be any problem, since your parents or maybe her lifestyle would also conform with what your parents would like to take for her. So I think it's not something bad. Depending on the character of the lady, it's good.
Ghanaians have been experiencing doomsday these past days. Even though ECG has been sold to a private company, well, we are on the streets asking people what their take on doomsday and the advice they have for the president. Join me. Let's roll. What's your take on doomsday? And what's the message for Nana Addo, the president of Ghana?
Yeah, I think doomsday is something that we are solving it in isolation. We are always having the same problem, and I don't think the president is up to the task. I think he should resign as a president.
He should resign?
Yes, that's what I think.
Why?
Yeah, because everybody is trying to solve the problem and they are not tackling it in holistic. Our energy demands is more than the capacity of the energy that we're producing in the country. So if you can't solve it, you resign. That's all. Very simple.
What's your take on doomsday? And what message do you have for our president?
I think doomsday is one of the biggest challenge we have in Ghana here, and it's all because we don't have enough resources to, generate electricity. The sources of electricity very low. So I think we should find different ways and means we can adapt to get high power in Ghana. For instance, I've realized that in Ghana we don't go by the solar panels and then other sources to generate electricity. So I think we should find diverse ways that we can use in producing electricity in Ghana. Thank you.
What's your take on doomsday? And what message do you have for the president?
Wow, the doomsday was briefly anyway, but still we need to work towards our electricity, or the electricity in the country, like the power in the country. I think we are falling short of certain things, and now Ghana is well known worldwide, so we need to put things on standard. So I think my advice to the president is to just be vigilant and care about the citizens of Ghanaians.
What's your take on doomsday? And what message do you have for the president?
Okay, I think that the doomsday is very disturbing, because for you to go to work and come back home, to come and meet the lights off, or on your day off, or on a weekend that you want to relax, you want to have a nice time with your family, and then you come in, or you're home, and then the lights just go off for 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, and so on. So it's very, disheartening, and it doesn't also help with a lot of productivity for people that are in businesses, industries. They will have to buy fuel for their generators and their plants. So I think that is a big problem.
What's your take on doomsday? And what message do you have for the president?
With concern with this doomsday, I see it to be a little bit sabotage from maybe the new company that's take over. Now, it's the same management that are managing it, so it could be that they want to set up some kind of scene to we the Ghanaians that this new company that have come are not capable. They are doing their own thing. So I'm seeing it from two different angles. It could be a sabotage from the management to show Ghanaians that maybe they are kind of the new company is not capable, or it could be that the maintenance culture from maybe the Greco or the ECG line is not effective as it stands now. So it could be that maybe the old problem has resolved back, or a sabotage. And the government should put in place ways, or maybe say, let me put it, means, so that it can correct all those two measures as I stated earlier.
So do you have any message for the president?
It should be up and doing, and it should set up a neutral body. It's long overdue that all these things are being politicized. I mean, there should be an autonomous bodies that should be running on their own. Politics should be way out. It should be a time that we have authorities like, let's say, the ECG, the VRA, those things not being elected, the board or the chairmen not being elected by the government, but it should be within the organization that they pick up leadership roles. I think with that, we can head towards somewhere.
What's your take on Dumso? And what message do you have for Nana Addo, our president?
Wow, okay. Well, for Dumso, I would first not go on to lament and talk blaming the country president for such a misfortune. We all could bear that it's not something that was happening frequently from the days ahead. So if such thing is happening, Ghanaians should rather sit back, know the problem happening there, that what's really going wrong, instead of we going out and other politicians and those minority in part, those minority NDCs and other parliament other parties talking something against the country the president, that things are not going well, Akufo-Addo is doing this. No, but that's not what you are supposed to do as right citizens. The best thing to do is rather calm down, look at what is at hand, then works way, because I learned grid code, there are some issues they are supposed to solve. So we as Ghanaians should calm down, although we need the power outages for our businesses and stuff, but we should please calm down and see the way for it, because not something that would be lasting forever, that no matter what, the government is going to make this thing happen, because the Akufo-Addo himself might need it for something. We the Ghanaians, we need it for our business to progress. So if such thing is happening, I don't think Akufo-Addo is happy whilst we are experiencing this kind of power misfortunes and other things. So I think there will be a solution. So Ghanaians, we shouldn't give it a partisan character, that this thing because you want power, you are trying to use this to blame the party at no. It shouldn't be that. Let's all come together as Ghanaians and find a way for it. I think there will be peace and happiness, and the light will come surely.
For more videos, subscribe to our channel and check out our website on pinaxonline.com. I'm out.